I take your point about art and music and how religion has been very influential in those, but how do you reconcile something like Christian rock? Like,
in what sense?
Well, that seems to be devolution rather than evolution.
I'm not too familiar, not as familiar as I should be with Christian rock. Just tell us a little bit about what you mean by Christian rock.
It's just really bad.
Okay, right. Good. Right. So we're saying, we've gone from Bach's cantatas to Christian rock and what's going on. Yes, look, in many ways, in the modern world, that original lesson, which Catholicism knew really well in about 1600 about the importance of aesthetics, sometimes gets lost. And, sometimes I've been in service and I've thought, listen, if you guys don't shape up on the musical front, you're not going to have anyone coming next week. You need to raise this. And at the same time, you get some fantastic musicians whose songs, when you listen to the lyrics, it's like, oh my goodness, it's romantic love again. It's like, am I going to get my baby? Is my baby going to call? And you want to go, look, I really want you to get that baby, but all of us at a certain point, we do get the baby, and then what? How, is there anything in the canon of modern music that's going to help us through those more complex themes? So if I was in charge of pop music, I would go, look, do us a bit of romantic love stuff, that's fine, but what about those other emotions, the emotions of awe or friendship or the longing for something deeper or the experience of death, etc. Let's get these into some of those. I have a sneaking fondness for the prog rock of the 1970s, people like Peter Gabriel, and wonderful albums like Trick of the Tail that went on for hours and that would be trying to do a cycle of life and etc., etc. And Phil Collins came along and rescued them from some of those excesses, and then things went awry. But anyway, there is room, I think, for contemporary music to take on really deep themes. And look, we're not disagreeing. What we're really saying, I think, you and I, is we're saying music really matters, and the themes that music, it's both the material that music addresses needs to be good, and the kind of rendition of these themes needs to be good.